recap? Anybody?
We whipped ass.
Yeah, I was gonna go with we
We-
murked Zahiri, but yeah.
And we won a
Yeah.
nice new office where we sat around and drank mint juleps all day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, right. That's right. Because you had mint juleps in your old office.
We all had weird dreams as well. Um, let me that's the extent of my notes. Is that we beat Zahiri, and then crashed hard, and all had weird dreams.
Yeah, that basically fucking covers it. That fight was pretty long. She was pretty strong. You guys kicked ass. Uh oh boy. Yeah. I remember Siduri doing like fuck you, Cody. I am I'm on the precipice of going off right now on mint Kit Kats, but I will let you have them. I'll let you have it this time. Oh boy. Uh yeah. Siduri had like a really good counter spell in there. That was
Couple.
pretty wild.
Like 3.
Yeah, I had to burn myself pretty bad for one of them.
Yeah, that one was fucking rad. But yeah, other than that, you guys came out, you got fucked up, had some weird dreams, and now it is the next morning. um so what next?
I assume this morning does not count for the 2 days for which I am vulnerable to all elements.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
my
that's
god.
right.
Because I lost. I gambled with Silas and lost.
Yeah.
Well, that was in the middle of the night. I wanna tell you that it is, but it
Nah, it's
isn't.
not. It's fine.
Sorry. Yeah, you gotta stop gambling against the god of
Never.
time.
Did
Not
not wait
until
for
I
that
win.
sentence to end.
So yeah, what's the next step?
God, that's a good question.
Yeah.
We talked about, I mean, we did discuss Shotal, but we kind of also, it wasn't a decision so much as a suggestion that like maybe we save that right until the end and come in as conquering heroes.
Yeah, that feels right. We need more power for that.
Yeah, if for nothing else, so they'll let us in the city.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to let us in the city ever. We're talking about sneaking or breaking in.
Yeah, we stand a better chance of that if we're bigger and stronger.
100% agree.
Yep.
I know somebody pretty familiar with the tunnels under the city.
But are we interested in going to the Salt Flats then? I know it was like shot around, but now we have an inkling that it's pretty much just the cult we thought it might have been.
Well,
Mm.
there's some question of if it's the cult or if it is
What's
just
actually left?
her out of time. Like she didn't remember it because she seems to be in a weird situation with time. Maybe I'm misremembering.
No, you're.
Yeah, I mean
There's-
that's how I read it, but we don't know for sure.
And we might get a better idea if we go there, but it's just a matter of, are we interested enough to investigate that?
Well, do any of our NPC buddies have like a actually the second rite is held annually in this town. There's a big festival or anything like that.
Believe at some point somebody pointed the well springs out to you on a map. I think it was our
Yeah.
lead. I might be wrong, but I remember.
Yeah, I remember us
remember
getting little blue tick marks on the map. I mean, I'm down with salt flats if that's what we want to do.
Yeah, I gotta look at a map.
Sorry. Let me.
Show us
Where
that
was
map.
it? No, that's my map. This is still my map. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba. You guys have the zoomed out. That's right.
Okay, so I'm seeing the tick at Chotel, the one across the water, and then the
Mhm.
one up in that other dismal dark plain.
That's a good description. And one up in the mountains to the north.
Yeah, there's one. It seems in the various. I don't want to say homelands, but sort of homelands.
Yeah. Is the pink circle where we are and where we just completed that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I sworn I gave you guys a map without all my annotations on it.
So going to Esmar could
The
be the
salt
move.
flats are that direction, I think.
Yes.
I don't know where they
But
are.
the salt flats are out here.
Yeah. They're
Yeah.
in this direction. They're east of you.
Yeah, I mean,
So
it's a
theoretically,
roundabout trip to get to Esmar, but
yeah, I
But it'd
mean,
be a roundabout trip either. Like, wherever we
Yeah.
go, we're out of the way of something else.
yeah, we have no idea if we'll actually be able to cross those mountains at all. So we might have to trek back through here.
I think that's as good as a direction as any.
Yep. To start heading up towards. Is Esmar like a swamp or?
Yeah. Give me a history check, y'all.
Okay, but is anyone else like super curious what's on this tiny little island? Like middle of the desert, you got an
A little
island in the
bit,
middle of the
yeah.
lake.
I am
Yeah.
kind of.
Oh, Quintus.
Oh.
hey, everything other than Shotael is waste. What don't we have?
Right.
What
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
more
that
is
checks out.
Yep.
You know,
Um,
actually, Quintus is not far off in his opinion. Those of you who have sort of seen a map once or have heard tell of what things were like back in the day, Esmar was probably the only place, like, region other than like the giant southern landmass that people just didn't go to. It is horrible. There is rumor of just like weird diseases and all the swamp stuff, but big. It's supposedly really spooky to Mariana, Zandal, and Quintus, yeah, everything's waste outside of Showtile.
Everything's waste. Why differentiate?
We should go to Asmar next.
I mean, it'll be at least a change in humidity.
True.
Ozandal's interested in fighting
Great.
big
There will be
shit,
more
huh?
water.
Saturi.
Yeah, no, humidity's going to be great for me. It's going to be fantastic.
You know, I'm kind of a fan of a dry heat, actually.
You've taken to the desert then.
I wouldn't say that. No.
I've been out there a year and I look like I've aged like 5, so yeah, it's not ideal.
At least you remember how old you are.
Wait, you
It's a lot to unpack there, bud.
Yeah, that's huh. All right, well,
I stopped counting after 35.
That's about when you should stop counting.
ooh. Hold on. Need a minute here.
How long ago did you stop counting? It'll be okay, Ted. Give me a hug.
More than 10 years ago.
But how would you know if you stopped counting?
Yeah, well, that means you're at least 40.
Yes. By the way, are we going to walk or try to steal the auto carriage?
Why don't we see what their plan is? Like, presumably, wherever the second ride is being held, I mean, Ara's probably going to head there, right? Like, he still wants to be a reader.
True, yeah.
Oh, shit, my gun. I'll be right back. Leander bolts out of the room.
We should steal Ara.
That's not really stealing. That's called kidnapping.
Well, not only that, but he wants to go, so.
Yes, exactly.
We could also just, talk to him like normal people.
Yeah, it's not kidnapping if he wants to go.
But then we would have to have Thatch.
Well, see, we don't know
Leander
that.
said he was going for his gun.
With the first rites being done and them not being chosen or whatever the blazes you want to call it, I don't see any reason for the rest of them to tag along. Right? I mean, Ara's going to be a reader for the second rat, and Thatch and all them can't really participate in the second rat because they didn't finish the first rat the way we did.
Are each of the rites a game like this one was?
I don't know why you think I would know that.
That was asking a question out loud.
Sure it was, buddy. I pat you on the shoulder.
I bet you I know who would know that, though. Ara, the person I said we should probably talk to anyway. So maybe we should get back to the coach before Leander gets there with his gun.
Yeah. Jump off a table and.
Speaking of
Or
which,
we
where
let-
did Leander go?
Leander left his rifle with the gunsmith to try and get a silencer put on it.
Right.
So he wants to pick it up. If we're taking off, he wants to pick it up before we bolt out of town, whether it's complete or not. And I mean, we don't have to RP it. Like, he just wants to get the rifle.
Gotcha.
Should
You busted the shop. You grabbed the rifle without really talking much. She's talking to you, but you're like, yeah, okay, bye.
I'll figure it out. It'll be fine.
it has a big like thing on the end of it. It is way bigger than what you would think a silencer would look like, but then again, it is also a big gun.
Oh yeah, I picture it's like those homemade like oil filter silencers that crazy people put on their guns.
Fucking
right.
Yep. It's basically that, pretty much.
Yeah. Awesome.
As we're walking back to the carriage, I will ask the group, do you think we were supposed to be paid for winning the rights?
No?
Why would we be?
It feels like
We're very broke. So, nothing's really changed?
fair enough.
Maybe we can do a hit on the card later.
Hey guys, got my rifle back. Sorry. What are we doing?
What the fuck is that?
It's a tube.
Yeah, it's big tube. It's big anti-sound tube. I think that's a technical term for it.
Does it do that?
I'll work the lever on the gun and pull the trigger.
Holy shit!
I mean, I'm pointing it up in the air, like I'm not pointing it at anybody.
Yeah,
goes up?
It still makes like a very loud crack, but
Yeah.
it definitely isn't the boom that comes with it.
Right, you just don't go deaf without ear protection now.
Right, exactly.
Did you stuff the tube with cloth?
I don't know. I left it to the pros. Maybe I should look in there. And he looks down the barrel of the gun.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that seems perfectly safe.
He hasn't lost his eye yet.
Look, my hands are way up here.
Harry's cloth could double as an eye patch.
Probably too.
Right, so we headed into the desert to get more sand mad because I think we haven't gotten sand mad enough.
Well, I mean, while we're in sort of a civilized area, do we want to, like, get a shit ton of supplies to take with us into the desert? Or perhaps try and do a job or two to get some money to buy a shit ton of supplies to take with us into the desert?
Okay, there you go. Because my response was, sounds like a great plan, but and she just turns out her pockets. A bug falls out.
What kind of supplies are we looking for?
Well, we got to eat.
Well, I can feed us.
Right, and we got to get all the stuff from our new office. You should take all that.
To be fair, if we have a lot of walking around money and we get robbed, like, that would be really embarrassing. Can you imagine if a bunch of, like, sand pirates came up to you right after you'd gotten a ton of money and then, like, just took it from you?
They could try.
Right, so I guess the question then is, who do we talk to about a job? And we could talk to the MRC, right? They seem like they need someone to do stuff for them.
We are famous, so we could go into the town square and shout.
Yeah, you could do that when
we
you're not
could.
famous too, but
It doesn't seem like a great plan.
It would be more successful when you're famous.
I think Siduri does have a point, though.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan to me. Because even if they don't have a job for us, chances are they'll know where we could go to find a job.
Or they could kick us out of town, say there's nothing work for you here, goodbye. So, yeah, let's go that way.
They can't kick us out of town. Our office is here.
All right, so you guys head over to the MRC. Is that the plan?
Sounds like it.
All right. You head over there. The same story, where the like two guards guarding the sort of entrance to it sort of step in your way and just ask you to state your business.
We need money.
We're here looking for work, seeing if there's anything the MRC might need a group of people strong enough to finish the rites to do.
What did I say?
The truth, I was just
Well,
expanding.
one of them sort of looks at the other and with like a sort of sad look on their face and says, well, given our situation and being cut off from home, we haven't received proper funding. We usually deal in requisitions.
Right. So, how do we get ourselves one of those things? Like, who would we speak to? Is sort of what I'm getting at.
Well, he sort of thinks for a moment. Well, we are sending people constantly out into, well, as much as we can out into the city, the rest of it, I should say, and getting together sort of supplies, things from the golden age that are still intact, Farron heirlooms, etc. Uh, Usually the one who handles that would be gosh, what's his name? Gosh, what is this? Platform on the ground next to the camp with boxes and stuff, and Tarek is like loading them off while other people are sort of running around him. You could talk to him. He probably has something for you to do.
Ark, you said his name is the name? This
Yes.
person. Right. Thank you.
You guys walk over to where you were pointed. Tarek is uh has a box in hand when the sort of mechanical head swivels, and he just says, "Well, if it ain't the champions, come to rub my nose in it." Just teasing. How you doing? Holding up okay?
Yeah. We were directed at you because we're looking for something. We're heading out of town, but we need to get some supplies first, and well, winning the rights didn't exactly get us didn't exactly get us a lot of money.
Yeah, I suppose not. What kind of supplies are you in the market for? I can sort of judge my job recommendation off of how many requisition tickets you're gonna need.
I think just the basics, right, everybody?
Does anyone want like a cool sword or anything? I mean, my things didn't come cheap. She swings her fists.
The strong gauntlets.
Anyone need armor or nothing? Quintus, you need armor?
Well, now that you mention it, no, I'm fine, honestly. I guess better is always better, but if there's a nice set of breathable plate mail, that would be fantastic.
So, and I don't
Desert
think
plate.
breathable plate mail exists.
Someone should get on that.
Yeah. Faerun do stuff real fancy, but they, they come from the mountains. All their stuff is padded to hell and doesn't breathe for shit. Makes
Maybe
my
just
fur all matted.
some linen robes that are magically the same as plate mail. That would be great.
He turns his gaze to Siduri. I think you guys already got that covered, wherever you got that from.
Well, yeah, but Quintus would look awful ridiculous wearing this, so I think I'll keep it if it's all the same.
Yeah, it's not really my color.
What is your color?
That was a joke, but
Oh,
I don't know, red.
You're clearly a winter, my bud.
No, joking aside, some plate mail would be nice.
Alright. Well, I mean, that ain't gonna come cheap, And, given the shortage and all that stuff, I'm basically working for free. However, um, I do know of a Faerun estate somewhere around here. It's got a certain part that I need. Some of our circuitry is all busted up from travel and combat and stuff. Uh, all I need are some fuses and stuff, but Faerun again make things pretty fancy. They don't make interchangeable parts that you can just find wherever. Most of this stuff he kicks like the platform that he's on. This stuff is golden age tech, so we need some golden age parts. So I got a tip to scavenge some, and if you can bring me back a core and some parts, hopefully, actually, let me back up. What I'm specifically looking for is this big automaton or big automaton parts, and usually they go inside some ceremonial guardians that guard houses, stuff like that. If anyone's got them, it's the rich Faerun who used to live here, and
I
their houses
side-eye
are empty.
Xandal.
blank faced.
Could you give us the address?
Yeah. Here, you can borrow my map for the city. He rolls out a map on the table, and this city is similarly huge to Shotael. Um, the specific place that he's talking about, um, it's like about a day's travel because it's on the exact other side of town, and up some steep hills and stuff. He sort of draws it out in charcoal and like marks the route. You can probably figure out how to get there by, counting the streets and stuff.
Is there danger involved?
Ah, probably not. Most of these things are dormant, inactive, broken, etc. Probably no danger. There are some critters that live in the streets, so be careful about that.
Excellent.
But I mean, you'll be taking the main road down. That one, the way out to the other side is pretty well traveled, I suppose. So might not be as many as you'd be expecting, big guy.
I just, you said like in the streets, like, do you mean like in the cobbles or like just hanging off the side of the road?
I mean, in the buildings and stuff.
Okay.
However, if you do notice, he sort of like puts one arm on the back of the box and like just sort of waves his hand around. Most of the buildings that used to be standing vertical are now horizontal. So, yeah, plenty of rubble and things like that. They like to get in, and they're not too friendly to outsiders. I mean, mostly like ant eggs and stuff like that. Nothing too fancy. Nasty critters, though.
There you go, Zandal. You can beat up critters.
I'm sold. And we bring back parts.
Yes. Hopefully the thing intact. And I mean, I don't want you to go ripping through it. You know.
If it is already ripped through, would you like us to bring the parts or not bother?
Yeah. I mean, I suppose better than nothing, but I can
How
sure
big?
get a lot more out of a. Yeah. Okay.
Is it very big or
He sort of cocks his head and is like, a little taller than you.
Hmm.
I mean, usually they come in all shapes and sizes. I've seen some pretty zippy ones in my day too. So, from regular human size to bigger than that.
Yeah, Sandal shrugs. I'm sold.
Great. Uh, Again though, and you'll know it when you see it. It'll be real fancy, but most of the, like, if you find any like regular clockwork servitors or whatever, you can skip on those unless you want to bring me parts. That parts always make me happy. But not necessarily what I need. If you come back bringing servitors, I won't be able to get you that plate mail. It's not worth much.
Just look at Quintus. Is this a satisfactory deal for your plate mail?
I mean, I think it's something we can handle. Now, I mean, if plate mail is the only thing we're here for, I'm not that worried about it. But the other things that we need, camping supplies, I don't know, toiletries.
Toiletries?
Not a lot of leaves out in the desert.
Hmm.
I mean, we might as well get the plate mail. Like, we have this option. It's right there. Then you have it. And you don't have to wear it every day.
And we
Mhm.
can sell your current armor. And then use that for the toiletries you want.
Trust me, we all want them.
Yeah, it's like, well, okay. I was gonna say it's like soap and things like that, but then I realized that I'm probably not speaking to Quintus is right. We should make sure we have some basic supplies.
And like I said, I can feed us, but won't taste great.
I don't know. I've had some of that. I sort of like that minty taste.
It's just all mint jelly. You eat mint jelly with a spoon. You
Mint flavored oatmeal.
monsters. Oh my fucking god, please, Tyler, for real, don't tell me that exists in real life.
I doubt it. I mean, maybe oatmeal that involves mint in some way or another, but
Give Adam 3 days.
Yeah. However long it takes Amazon.
It throw up in my mouth a little bit when you said mint oatmeal, so I don't know.
You just gotta gamify it and then you could sell Adam on it.
I will not be doing that to my beloved friend Adam.
Well, here's a nightmare recipe for chocolate mint oats, overnight oats, chocolate peppermint overnight
Oh,
oats.
God,
I
no.
I also
Oh,
immediately
Jesus.
was like, yeah, I'm going to Google. I'm absolutely doing it. I saw the exact same thing.
hmm
Oh boy,
peppermint mocha
what is wrong with
oatmeal,
this?
oatmeal with pineapple and mint.
Get the fuck out of there! Oh my god!
No! Oh no!
Oh man.
Welcome
I mean,
to our
kudos
food
to that one
Yeah,
podcast,
for
no.
being
where
the
we,
only one that doesn't. The only mint oatmeal that's not chocolate oatmeal with mint, but
Yeah. No, this is the winner.
What
The
do you mean
pineapple and mint.
kudos?
uh-huh.
Yeah.
Kudos for
I'm
being
sorry.
the
I'm sorry to have
worst
derailed
one
everything.
there.
June, you might be okay with this, actually. I mean, it's just like oatmeal with chunks of pineapple and mint
And mint
leaves.
leaves.
Yeah.
This is totally
Okay,
fine.
see,
Fresh mint leaves.
No.
yeah, but look,
Earth would make
the
that
taste of
okay.
God,
I'm not
no.
saying that's my
taste-
preference. I'm
Fuck.
just saying June said earlier
Oh
that
my
like
God.
fresh mint is okay, but mint extract is abominable.
Okay, but hear me out. It's not the mint in this equation that's making it bad. It's the mint in oatmeal and the pineapple in oatmeal. And
Mhm.
both of those are already a bad combination. How the fuck is both of them together going to be anything other than worse?
Oh, who knows?
Because chocolate at least is rich enough to mask the whole flavor. Whew. Pineapple and mint sounds good, but in oatmeal. Lou, would you eat pineapple mint oatmeal?
Quit saying
No.
it.
Yeah.
Also
So
known
it's
as pineapple
hateful.
moat meal.
Oh God. Oh, it's hateful.
Look, if it was a prepackaged thing that like was labeled pineapple mint oatmeal, no, absolutely not. But if someone served me a bowl of oatmeal that had pineapple and mint, like I'd eat it, you know, or at least taste it. But we should get back to the game.
All right. Anything to do in the city before you head off, or rather, in town before you head off to the rest of the city?
Should probably talk to Ara.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think knowing what they're doing would be good.
All right. So you guys head over there. Um, Ara and Hadir and company are all just out enjoying the outside. When you guys walk up, they'll greet you. Ah, hey! Wow, you did it! Congratulations. Feel any better? Different? More powerful?
I feel like I could get hit by a truck. You know,
I think
really
the
big
saying is you
uppercut.
feel like you've been hit by a truck.
Yeah, no, that was yesterday. Today I feel like I could take it.
Hmm.
Well, that's good. So, what next? I mean, you still had that trip to the salt flats on the docket, correct?
That's sort of why we're here, actually.
Oh,
Um, we're trying to figure out exactly what your plan is, where you're headed. See, we got a couple trips. We figure the next right is coming up, but you're probably heading there since you wanted to be a reader still.
uh, he sort of looks down and says, yes. Eventually. I mean, they still haven't ascended, and I mean, venturing out into either Esma or Edria, crossing the ocean, a- anywhere would be less safe than here. So, you know, I was sort of. I mean, they were going to stick around. I would like to be a reader, though, at other rights.
Oh, that's easy. I mean, we're gonna be going. Do you wanna ditch these guys and come with us? Sorry.
Hadir looks up at Ara, and Ara looks back at him. uh, I mean, that is something we will have to talk about, but I mean, I wouldn't be opposed. Well, I would, but it's my dream and all.
Yeah, follow your heart, man. Even if it takes you into like scary swamps or remote islands, shit.
Right. Well, I mean, the danger isn't the problem because usually you guys are the one who do all the fighting, but or them when I was traveling with them, but it's more that I I have ties. They're like family. So, it's a complicated decision. I mean, the the sulfates on the other hand are a lot less complicated for me. Uh because, that's not even that bad of a journey. We'll be back before the next right will even be preparing to happen again.
Yeah, we kind of wanted to ask you about that. Where exactly is the next rite?
I mean,
Is it going to be here
while
again, or?
no, rather, I mean, yes, there is going to be another one here. However, the next one is more potent, I suppose. They get progressively more powerful, and once you have done the right at one place, you have to complete it at another. It doesn't work where you stay in the same place and just complete the same one over and over.
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
I think that like we just pick one and then it happens. Do they all happen on like the same day?
Um, technically they're a little offset, but just because it has to do with positioning of stars, etc., ley lines. You don't want to hear that. No, but it's close, about a month's time between each one. They sort of light up every so often in sequence, depending on where the stars are.
So we can kind of just go to anyone and then wait for the stars and then do it and then go to the next one, yeah?
Yes, that's true.
See, no sweat, kitty cat. Pat, Satori.
Just her ears go flat. She doesn't say anything. Right. So then, all right, you're good to go with the salt flats, which is where we all were thinking of going, right? Everybody.
Yeah, but we're gonna do a job before we go. So,
Get some
Otto,
supplies.
yeah, Otto, you've got time to think about it. You can make your own decision, but we like you. You actually had
Oh.
the most votes out of anybody. She pulls out the piece of paper.
Also, if we travel to the
Votes?
salt flats, we likely won't travel back here before traveling on to the next location. So,
Yes, I suppose not. But, I mean, we could always part ways there. I mean, apparently there's a settlement, so it's not like I'd be stranding you in the middle of the wastes. But I will give it some thought.
All right. Well, we'll do this job, and we'll check in with you before anything else when we get back. That way we know what the plan is, what your plan is, and I think that can help us with our plan.
Okay. Well, I mean, thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate it. Um, Siduri, or rather, everyone make me a perception check really quick.
Come on, Quintus.
Hell yeah. There it is.
There it is. Okay, so Siduri and Quintus, you you notice that Ersheen, who was sort of sitting by where the campfire was lit at night, uh she is, or rather, Mariana, you notice this too. She's gone. Quintus and Siduri, after just sort of scanning for a little bit, you see that she's sort of hid behind some crates. Her ears are completely flat and she's looking directly at you. Uh,
I will use telepathic speech. You okay over there?
she doesn't say anything but points at you or past you. You can't really tell.
I will turn around to see where she is pointing.
With that 19 carrying over, you see, not 20 feet away from you, this sort of distortion in the air, accompanied by just like a little bit of a glow.
Y'all? I will point it out. And then telepathically just say, you have any idea what that is? That's to Urshin only.
Yeah. She'll just shake her head and say, no, but it is really scary. As you all turn around, Quintus, Mariana, and Xandal, you don't see anything. Both Leander and Siduri are the only ones who see this little shimmering outline of what looks like it's a person. It's kind of muddled, but you can see that there's a head and then like where it tapers off into legs. You know, that sort of form.
Does it look like a person who is invisible, or does it? I mean, we've seen people go invisible lately.
Yeah. It looks a lot flatter than that. Looks a little bit hazier, like it's like a cloud almost. Like the air is just slightly thicker. And it has this very dull sort of glow to it. And ripples every once in a while.
Y'all are seeing this, right? What I'm pointing at, right there, that thing, right there.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Not really.
The rippling. It's like a. You really. I will spend a sorcery point and a spell slot to attempt to detect thoughts.
Make a wisdom save, please.
Concurrently, I am
have bless on.
going to cast Hunter's Mark.
I don't have bless, that is just a 15.
Just a 15. You detect thoughts on this thing. And let's see what it gets. Yeah, you. Oh boy, that's an unfortunate combination. So you peer into its thoughts, and it is like the whispering of the book, just incomprehensible language that sounds like it's coming from all sides. Being in this thing's head is incredibly unpleasant, and you almost understand what it's saying, but you don't have the words to describe it. And when you think about it, it feels like your brain is just putting up a blank. Hunter's Mark is active on this thing.
Mhm. Leander will start dancing and humming to himself.
Yeah?
And he is going to try and nonchalantly dance his way over to this thing before he tries to grab hold of whatever this shimmering thing is.
All right. It stays completely still. You reach out and you grab air. It does feel very cold, though. Like, deathly cold.
So see, it's not just me. It's there's definitely something there.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, there's something. It's cold as all get out. I gotta move. My giblets are going up into my body.
Do you want me to hit it?
It doesn't look like that would do any good.
I mean, if
Yeah,
you
I mean, I just tried to grab it. Nothing.
There's something there. I can sense a mind. I'm canceling detect thoughts.
Yeah, good call.
That was real uncomfortable, but there's something there. I don't.
I'm just
Okay.
gonna walk in the general area that she's looking and try to walk into it.
It's right here, Mario. Look, right here.
Yeah, but I don't
Yeah.
see. I don't. I.
Yeah. You feel the cold, too.
like peer over, like stoop over Mariana to like poke a finger into what isn't there.
Same story.
Oh.
I mean, I could attempt to dispel whatever it is. But that doesn't help us know what it is.
Does anyone have any idea how to try to figure out what it is?
No.
Could try communicating with it, linking my mind to its, sort of like Roshin does. That doesn't sound like a real good time.
Then let them rip, Quintus.
What? I didn't hear you.
Do it. Try to get rid of it. Yeah, we're not gonna learn anything.
Okay, well, I will cast Dispel Magic and target whatever effect is making it cold right here.
There is no effect on it. No magical effect.
That did not work. It was like there was not something for me to target.
All right, let me try something. And I will light a torch
However-
and jam it in that space.
However,
Oh,
However, so both Ersheen, or sorry, Siduri, I guess Ersheen by extension, and Leander, when what you call it? When you cast Dispel Magic, it becomes a little more opaque. Like, it's still almost completely incorporeal and it's still stuttering around like crazy. But it is now like a grayish sort of cloud in the shape of a humanoid. The torch, however, doesn't do anything. And for Mariana and Xandal and Quintus, you see that sort of shimmering, like something's there. So something is in fact there.
Oh boy. All right. Well,
well, it is not a magical effect. You can see it and we can't, so it's probably void related. It's likely some kind of creature or entity. Did you say you tried or were unsuccessful at connecting your mind to it, Siduri?
I haven't tried. Give me a second. And it's gonna be gross. I will telepathic speech with it.
Almost the same sort of story, where it's you can kind of understand what it. Do you say anything?
Yeah, just uh, um, hi there. Weird thing. Is there something we can do for you? You're standing there awful creepy like.
You get another sort of barrage of horrible, gross, uncomfortable thoughts, and the thing you pull away with is feed.
All right, all right. Just settle it down, slow it down.
Oh boy, Cinder.
Yes, it's a terrible plan. It's fine. It's real hungry, y'all. I think maybe we should get out of here.
Yep. Okay. Bye bye.
Mhm.
Hey, Anna, why don't you just come over here? Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's who it. I just want to make sure this thing's not here for Ersheen.
I mean, Ocean can come too. Weird fuck
She-
off thing. I like if you guys don't want it to eat you or whatever, you should probably leave.
Hersheen just sort of shakes her head and continues hiding behind the crates.
Oh, what do you want? What do you want to feed? Okay, what do you want? Why don't you get?
Only thing you can catch is feed, and very suddenly, you let me just do this. Yeah, as you are getting these thoughts, you begin to, like, the din of the city, everything around you just sort of closes off Siduri, and you only hear like these now it's a little softer, these whispers.
Yeah, just you're you want to feed. I get it. Why don't you go out in the desert? Go away.
It sort of moves its form slightly to the side, and you see it just disappear. um Make me a perception check again, with disadvantage. I guess. Actually, no, just straight.
15.
Yeah, you can you still feel like you can see it somewhere, but you might be paranoid. On account of you being deaf and all.
All right. Well, I think it's gone. Sort of. Hello.
Eh?
Uh-oh.
Mhm.
Hey,
What?
you good? Sudari?
It just it's so loud all of a sudden. What? Just
No, you're
wait.
still
No.
deaf. You
Wait.
can't
No.
hear anything.
It's no. Wait. No. It's not deafening sound. It's just. Oh dear.
Hey, hey Sudari, you okay?
I, I, This. We should. We
Sidari,
should go. I gotta. We gotta go.
can you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth?
I just put out my arms so she can climb up onto me.
If I cancel telepathic speech, is it still? Am I still completely out of it?
Yep.
Okay.
Lesser
Yeah. I
restoration.
can't. Oh.
Does that work to
Huh.
you?
Look at that. Not to interrupt with an over the table rules discussion, but does lesser restoration cure madness?
Nope.
It does not.
Then no. Sorry.
No, that's it's a very important question.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No.
Very important question. You're
Yeah.
right, because it says cures of all conditions. Deafened is a condition. Sure fucking is.
Mhm.
Yeah, but that's like for like the spells that like deafness spell kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, yeah, yeah. I just hold up my arm so Siduri can get picked up.
Can I see if I can figure out where this thing went?
Oh, yeah, you have Hunter's Mark. Go ahead and try and track that bad boy down. With the 17. Yeah, you see it off a ways. And do you go and follow it?
No, if it's wandering away, I'm perfectly happy with it going away.
It's kinda just standing there. Just a ways away now. About 60 feet.
Yeah, you know what? This is not going to be useful, but I'll walk over there and I'll pull out my little stuffed rat and squeeze a couple good berries out and leave it on the ground. Feed on that.
With that, as you do that, it becomes slightly more opaque. But it stands where it's standing and doesn't really move.
I will squeeze out 2 more good berries and just chuck them as far away as I can. Fetch!
We should get out of here.
I'm just trying to make sure this thing doesn't wander back into camp.
Yeah, you throwing the good berries, it sort of just drifts away. And at some point, it just blinks out of your sight.
Fantastic.
The good berries on the ground are completely shriveled, even more so than they would be.
All right, let's go.
Hey, Siduri,
All right.
do you want to try to find a healer? No offense, Quintus. I know she can't hear me, but I'm not waiting for an audible response, but
I did forget about that for a minute.
is Ted still here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Perhaps we could write it in the sand.
What on paper? Someone gotta have paper.
And there's a conspicuous lack of sand, being as in you are in a city currently.
I'm gonna go get this paper.
Wonderful. You retrieve some paper.
Okay, great.
Ara will probably happily lend it to you.
I love him. I'm gonna write healer with a question mark down for Siduri.
Yeah, we should probably find someone to start snapping extra ears.
I tap my ear, like, with a curious question, like, this is the problem.
Yeah, I can't hear nothing if y'all are speaking. It's just, there's just these whispering voices that are just so loud. I can't hear anything. Can't hear any of you.
Shit. Okay. Should try to find a healer, everybody. Do you think? I mean, Quintus, do you think that this is something you can do, or did?
I mean, if it's a curse, I could try to remove it tomorrow, but anything greater than that, I'm not apt enough. Healing's not exactly my specialty.
Oh, hold on, guys. Sorry, I was looking at the rules because it feels like lesser restoration can get rid of it, but and it can. So Siduri,
just
you're back to
depends.
normal with the yeah. No. This is
Okay,
this
cool.
is a short term.
Okay.
Yeah, no. You're good.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. Never mind. We're good. We're good to go.
Latent effect. Sometimes it takes a little to kick in.
That was weird.
Yeah, you can say that again. It's
What's-
just no. It's just I couldn't hear nothing except it whispering. So, note to self: that thing comes back. Do not link minds again. That's a terrible idea.
Why?
Do you think Cookie Spooky was spying on us, or on you, or Ersheen, or the other?
It said something about feeding. So
Ew.
yeah, I don't imagine it's anything real pleasant. So
Yeah, I mean, I heard you say that it was saying something about feeding. So I gave it some good berries, and then I chucked a bunch of good berries so it would go chase after it. So it's definitely not coming back because it got food here.
Oh, thank
right.
God.
Yeah. Sounds that sounds completely plausible and not at all like something that is
Nah, we've definitely seen the last hit.
yeah, definitely believe that and agree. Yep. Okay. Okay, so sorry, my head's still spinning. Go find this thing, this core
Yeah,
that
get some robot parts.
hey, whatever happened to that arm from the archivist? Like, maybe that would. Why are you looking at me like that, Zandal?
I sold it.
Oh, okay, well, all right.
Also, didn't the last person we talked to about the arm say that the arm didn't have any critical components and that the head would have been worth something or something?
Quintus, you always know just what to say.
We should have taken the head. The arm was easier to pull off.
Yeah.
You had already loosened it.
I flex.
All right, well, let's go get what we need then.
All
Sheen,
right.
you okay? It's gone.
She emerges from behind the box. Be careful, okay?
Yeah.
It's not coming back, right?
I don't think so. I hope not. Also, don't try to talk to it if it comes back, because that's a bad idea.
She nods very seriously. So, you guys are going out to get robot parts.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I know it's a weird and kind of early time to call break, but I am going to call break because I need some water and I need to put some maps on the map to map where I map.
Sounds good.
So, You guys are just gonna head straight into the city following the map.
Yeah.
That's my plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. So, you leave the coach behind along with the other ones that are all parked in a group. And you guys head over to the sort of north entrance of this plaza back into the sort of big skyscraper portion of the city. Again, looking up, a lot of them are toppled or completely abandoned. Um, some people have made like little homes in them, like going a little bit past the plaza, but at a certain point that just stops, and you pass a few guards that are guarding like a little makeshift gate. Um, they let you through, and you are out on these streets. Um, it is currently daytime, afternoon, after a bit of running around, like noonish. It is very like stark here. A lot of the buildings are like smooth stone, very like almost drab colors for a while. There isn't much sort of variation like you would be used to seeing in Showtile, for those of you who can remember what that looks like. And yeah, these giant buildings are mostly rubble now, with only a few standing in their entirety. And you begin to walk down the main road, for a very, very good long while. This also reminds you, like, as you're walking underneath some of the rubble that covers the street and some of the dust and stuff, you're reminded why Showtile has working tram systems and stuff, because this walk is fucking long. It turns to like sunset by the time you have to make your first turn in. And when you do, the street that you turn in on begins to head upwards, and off in the distance above some of the broken buildings, you can see like this sort of elevated plateau almost of like beautiful manners and stuff. A lot of them obviously in ill repair, but like these people got land. Like some of them look like they used to have yards and stuff, and like there's a giant space between each house, which is something that I don't think any of you are accustomed to seeing. Um, and a lot, if not most of them, do have like the markings of like Faerun architecture, like you know, sort of pagoda style roofs and like very sleek like building parts and stuff. And yeah, uh, the very stark plain colors contrasted by little portions of color here. And yeah, you guys begin heading up and around into this part of town. Would everyone give me a perception check, please? As it begins to turn from sunset to dusk. Is that everyone? Who are we missing? Oh, Max. There we go.
Man, y'all would not believe
So-
the ringing that is still going on in my ears now.
um. Oops. Okay. Yeah. You all have been sort of keeping watch for critters and things on your way. Mostly, some bigger than regular bug-sized bugs, but they usually just sort of skitter off once they notice that like people are there. Um, however, once you once you start going through these places that look more residential, you can both Quintus and Leander and Zandal, you guys notice like a scratching sound almost that is like coming from against the walls, and um, Leander and Zandal and Quintus, when you guys look to see the source of it, you again see this sort of cloud in a human form. Um, ish. I should say ish. It's very kind of hard to make out. But as you guys are looking at it, it sort of like hunches down in like a very weird way and begins like crawling almost very quickly along the sides of the buildings until it ends up on the ground before you. And now, I mean, it was something you guys could all see eventually, and now in the sort of light of dusk, it's gray. It's sort of it's just a very creepy absence of space.
And you said it's just like jumped to a halt in front of us?
Mm-hmm.
About how far away?
Uh, it is currently sort of ba, 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 ba. Let me get that. It's about like a good 45, 50 feet away.
And from what we could tell, it's just like, does it look like it's frozen in place, or does it have that like as if it's like, like an animal or something?
Yeah, almost like that. Like its form is like writhing all over the place. Um, Siduri, uh, that sort of like distortion in form kind of feels a little familiar. Uh, I believe you might have seen that somewhere.
Probably what I saw when I was talking to Silas. Is
Yeah,
it
a
the
little
like
bit like that.
wormy? Okay.
Yeah, it's a little bit difficult because this thing doesn't, it doesn't have skin, so it's not wormy or
Yeah.
anything, but it's shifting in a very gross and inorganic way. Some pieces sort of like phase out of it and
Is it
snap back in.
time to fight it, Siduri?
I maybe I don't know.
Do you want to try to talk to it first?
I'm not opening my mind up to it if that's what you're asking. Because that was just plain uncomfortable.
I guess I'll yell out, "You speak common?"
And with that, it begins just like barreling towards you. Everyone, let's roll initiative for this happy fun times thing that's about to happen.
Are we on the map?
You are now.
Yay!
Look at that. You guys are all on a map.
I cannot select my token.
Me either.
I think we
Yeah.
might be on the map layer.
Yeah,
On the map
I was
layer.
gonna say.
Oh, you're on the map layer. Whoopsie daisy.
It happened.
Hashtag just GM things. There we go. Sandal's still on the map layer.
Hey, there we go.
There we go.
Oh,
Token
fucking.
layer. I'm sorry, Max.
It's fine.
I hope that brain worms into any time
did.
you do a thing, and you're just like.
I hit
hashtag
initiative,
brain
but
worms."
nothing happened.
Oh,
I will try again. There we go.
oh,
Weird.
there we go. I had to populate the tracker.
It should
My
just
bad.
be 19, but why did it roll it twice? Strange.
Yeah, it looks like you're programmed to have advantage on
Oh,
initiative.
did it automatically do it? Okay, cool. Then it's 10. If it's automatically doing Feral Instinct,
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
just never had it automatically get that before. But maybe it's been a while since I played a Barbarian. Cool. Works for me.
Ooh, boy. What a horrible initiative. That's okay.
I like to think I did pretty good for my usual.
You did well for our team, frankly.
Yeah.
Alright, Siduri, this thing is moving towards you.
All right. Well, Sandal, you wanted to fight something. We haven't had a fight in a little while, so
It's been one day.
go get it.
That wasn't a fight, that was a game.
Nobody even
Uh,
died.
I cast haste on Xandal.
Nice.
And I'm gonna back up. I think it's coming for me, Xandal. Go get it.
We'll certainly try.
And is that turn?
That's it.
Alright, Sandal.
Yeah, first things first, I will go into a rage. But my rage looks different. I think as Endel starts to run forward, you see like in the end of the mall, that like big slab of rock, these like fault lines of what look like magma start to like flare and spread out across the like face of the rock down the haft, and then you see them like basically burn their way up in a similar pattern up each of his arms to the shoulder. uh from the back you just see like what looks like sweat just turning into steam on his shoulders as he just tucks his head and fucking sprints forward. I will swing. Reckless, obviously.
Alright.
Let me see if I forgot to hit advantage. Okay, 20.
You swing at it, Xandal.
Mhm.
The the mall barely even like scrapes its form. It doesn't dodge, it just takes it. Just goes right through it. And it just rides in front of you. Quintus? Or rather, is that your turn?
No, I have 2 more swings. I just keep swinging.
Yeah, similar thing.
Mm-hmm. Look, I'll roll them anyway and see if one of them is a crit. One of them is a crit. Not that it
Yeah.
matters.
Yeah, Xandal, you're fired the fuck up. You are like when you swing the maul down, you like on that last one, it like it breaks the floor in front of you. Like the paved road just caves and it sort of falls down with it. But it looks relatively untouched. Quintus?
Am I seeing things or did that not? Okay, see, I'm gonna move forward 30 feet. I don't know why I closed my character sheet. Okay, well, I don't know what it's gonna be able to throw at us, so bless up. And I'll cast a, let's see, 2nd level bless on all of y'all. And Xandal, try it again.
I swing pointlessly.
Quintus, what does your bless look like, by the way? I don't think we really talk about how your magic looks. What does your bless look like?
It's pretty classic. Just kind of like a bright white glow that envelops everyone, and then just leaves them a little more dazzling, I guess. Xandal's attack also
Wonderful.
does 4 radiant damage.
Ooh, okay. So, when you cast Bless, that sort of glowing radiance that envelops your friends that emanates from you, like some like golden wisps of it begin flowing into this thing. Xandal, when you swing your mace at it, it begins glowing with a golden light on top of the burning magma that is coursing through it. And as it goes through it, that golden light is completely eaten. Both everyone here notices this shadow becoming more and more real. Like Xandal, you can now see like a head, a body, very slender, and its arms uh look bent in weird directions as it's like crawling on the ground. Um and it looks like it has more like separations to it now and is more opaque rather than just like a shimmer.
Would I have
Anything
been
else for
able
you, Quintus?
to pump some fire into that swing?
You could, yeah.
I mean, may as well.
Pump some fire into that thing. Yeah, it's a similar thing, but this time
One.
you pump fire into it, and like it it just wisps into this thing as it becomes even more sort of visible. You can see like where its arms, legs, limbs meet the ground. There are claws, like very nasty, very vicious, like horribly long claws. Leander?
I am going to use a bonus action
Oh,
to
go ahead.
regain
Sorry.
that spell slot that I spent. Just harness divine power and get that right back. But then that's it.
Just get that one right back.
Yeah. I'm already down a couple spells today, so I'm penny pinching. But that is it for me. So.
Leander?
All right. I will use my bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark. And nice. I assume 21 will do.
21 won't.
Okay. And that certainly won't. And then I will fire at this dude's head with advantage thanks to my new mental tug feature.
This one is
And
fun.
That's it.
You fire first when Hunter's Mark happens. There's like a like white milky light that surrounds the form of this thing for an instant. And you can see just like writhing tentacles for legs, the limbs. There are 4 of them, and they're just crawling on the ground, horribly distended. And as it washes over this thing, it fades back into its shadowy sort of form. And when you use the your little tug, you it when you fire from the crossbow, like a little piece of goop like envelops the arrow and fires with it. And it sort of stops at the body of this thing and drops to the ground and begins squirming its way back to you. All right. It's this thing's turn.
All right.
Yeah. It will it's looking up at Xandal because Xandal's the angriest thing in front of it right now. But as you fire your crossbow bolt into it, Leander, it will just retch its head down and then look at you. You think. And Xandal, it will disappear from the space in front of you and end up right here.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, Quintus, you hear some horrifying, just like sounds as it recorporeates right next to you. Why is that? I don't want it to roll. I want it to roll a fucking an attack, not a just damage. Stupid. One sec. Yeah, Leander, go ahead and make me an int saving throw, please. Oof. All right. You will take 7 psychic damage, and And oh my god, you feel just completely disoriented. Siduri described as her head in a tizzy, your head's in a tizzy.
Okay. And there is no more hunter's mark.
Mariana?
Okay. I'm going to run up to it and try to grab it. I'd like to be right there, actually.
All right.
Did that work?
Let's see. It sure did.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, uh-huh. It's like giving a
Oh,
big like imagine if an oct
you there?
You got muted, June, somehow.
Oh, I did. I said on my keyboard. I'm sorry. Yeah, you do. It feels like you're grabbing like imagine if an octopus had bones on the outside and it's
Okay.
very cold. Yeah, that's what this thing feels like.
I
Um,
roll full force into it and fling my arms around it, and then like skid to a halt and swing it around to this side.
to this side?
Yeah,
Okay.
and I'm gonna beat the shit out of it. That probably doesn't hit.
Nope.
I wonder if I've got a. There's certainly a thing I have. I think I'm just gonna use a moxie point to hit twice more.
Nope.
Ugh.
You have your hands around the outline of this horrid form and it's just going through. It's almost like it's morphing and distorting away in your arms.
Okay. Did I attack enough time? Yeah, that's as many attacks as I get. Yeah, that's it. For me.
Siduri?
All right. I am not a fan of this thing. I'm going to move up. All right, I'm not quite where I want to be yet, so I am just going to hit it with the Mind Sliver. Doing great.
All right. Oh boy. Cool. Awesome. Okay. It will save. You hit it with your mind sliver. It's like a little tentacle thing, or is it just like in its head? It's in its head, right?
Yeah, this is a little more traditional. Just a little thing worming its way in.
Yeah, Mariana, you see this horrifying image of whatever is happening inside a creature's mind when Siduri casts Mind Sliver. You see it as you're given this thing like a chokehold. And it becomes a little bit more formed, as it were. Anything else, Siduri?
Nope.
All right. Sandal, you're up.
Yeah, I will run to here. I will hold action to grapple the fucking thing if it teleports anywhere near me.
All right, sounds good. Quintus.
Oh boy. I think I'm gonna go ahead and cast. Oh, well, I mean, Bless isn't doing us any good because our hits aren't hitting anyways. I'm gonna try to.
Mhm.
Oh, but no, that doesn't. Sorry. There's. I'm gonna save my 4th level because I don't know what to do with it yet.
Bless is good for the saves it's imposing on
Yeah.
people,
Yeah.
in theory.
Radiant damage didn't do any good. I
Well,
don't really have.
the radiant damage made it more corporeal, if that's a good thing.
I don't know if that's
So
a good thing.
It did something.
Yeah, but I don't know if I'm even going to be able to hit. I mean, a 27 didn't hit, and nat 20 didn't hit, and I have shit
No,
for
I think they like made contact. They just didn't do any damage.
Yes,
Oh.
they see all of your attacks hit. It's not really dodging much. It's just not
Okay.
really there.
Mm-hmm. You know, I'll try a quick little guiding bolt, see what happens. That's a critical hit. So I mean,
Yeah.
if radiant damage does anything, then that's
Of all the things.
28 of them.
Yeah, this beam of light just crashes into this thing, and it is not screaming, but still just doing that gross slurping noise. It you feel it, Mariana, like begin to writhe more, like it's not just the form you're hugging, but like a physical thing in your hands. Uh is that math? That's math. Okay. Perfect. Leander?
What effect am I currently under?
You're not under any effect.
Okay, great.
Your mind just went a little wonky for a sec.
Oh, I'm sorry. You take 4 off your next to hit, which, I'm not gonna say don't fire, but
Right.
it's what it is.
Let's see. That's all right, because that'll have to be next turn, because I think... I'll just walk up here, just so I can make the aiming easy, and I'll just sort of scream, Leonella, help! And I will try and cause fear in this thing. That's a DC 14 wisdom saving throw. If it can, in fact, become frightened. If it's undead or a construct, I doubt it's a construct.
It cannot be frightened, but
Okay.
as you call on Leonella's help, that milky white sort of thing just it resonates in this thing, and it becomes fully formed. You see this gross red and white and fuchsia form in your arms now. Mariana, and it looks very mean. Oh boy. All right. Back to the top. Oh, it's wet.
Yeah.
It's wet like a lamprey eel is wet,
Well,
or not. Like a hagfish is wet.
yeah. Like gooey.
Like a very thin layer of mucus that you don't see. Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, that's gonna make things a little bit more interesting, huh? Okay. It is going to try and attack you, Mariana. Does a 16 hit?
It does.
Oop. Alright. You will take 12 slashing damage as it rakes its claws into you. And go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Phew. Yeah, you feel just like this ping in your head, and you just sort of shake it off.
Oof.
And it is going to go ahead and look up at you, or rather, look at you, Leander. Go ahead and make a wisdom save, Leander.
Nice.
Oh, oh boy. Yeah, you get a flash of something, Leander. You get a flash of your sister in front of you, and she is swinging like her scimitars wildly. And it appears just for an instant, and you feel the worst pain in your head. Go ahead and take me 13 psychic damage, please.
So I see Leonella swinging the scimitars at me.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, just for an instant. Like you blink and it's gone, but you are hurt. Mariana, go ahead.
I think as my action, I'm going to dodge, but I'm still keeping a grip on this thing.
Siduri?
I am going to. I gotta double check this. It's within 5 feet, so I gotta get real close. I will move up right next to it. Well, you look like you're trying to absorb some of this, so here you go. And I will. Uh, the only good attack spell I have for this is Magic Missile. But I am going to use both charges of the Firestorm Amulet to cast it at 9th level.
Oh.
So it is going to be a huge magic missile, and It's also 8d8 necrotic damage, assuming this thing is living. Otherwise, I'm about to fuck myself up real good.
Give me that give me that roll.
So it's what, 11d4
12.
plus,
Well, yeah, 11.
Yeah, it's
because it's
11.
3, yeah, plus 8 more.
Holy shit.
I feel like there's gotta be, like,
11d4 plus
11.
11. Thank you. So that's 40 from the magic missile.
God damn. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
34 necrotic, which hopefully I'm not taking that, but you know, if I am, I'm still up. And then on a, I guess, 1 to 10. Oh, oh, cut that real close.
Siduri? Holy shit. So what, that's 74 damage?
Yeah.
Yeah. unlike your other spells or the spells that you've seen wash off this thing and sort of get absorbed by it, your magic how do they even look? What does magic missile look like for Siduri?
Siduri's magic missiles are the little portals that appear and tiny tentacles come out and like latch on and pull and then pull back through their portals and disappear. So just imagine like a Gundam missile swarm, but instead of missiles, it's little tentacles
Teeny
with
tiny
razor
suction cups.
teeth. Yeah, exactly.
Acupuncture.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, it doesn't help the appearance of this thing. It only looks more horrifying after how many? 1, 2, 3, 4,
11.
5, 6, 11 portals just open up and close and open up and close as they're pulling flesh and bone from this thing. It is like bleeding this black ooze. Holy shit.
Does it?
That's it for me, I guess.
Does it look physical now? I can see
Oh
the
yeah,
whole of
no,
it.
absolutely. No, it looks like it's made of flesh and blood right
Fucking
now.
rage and swing.
You have advantage on the
Reckless.
swing.
Oh, then, well, okay, we'll swing the
Only the
first one.
first swing. So yeah.
Yeah, we'll swing the first one, see how it goes.
Yeah, Xandal, you come down on this thing. It makes contact. You feel bone crunching
Do
on
I
this.
get to roll
the faceplate
damage?
of this thing. Yes, you get to roll damage. Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah, so it's 2 rage damage, then 10 radiant damage.
Holy shit. 12, 23. Yeah, you're just holding this thing down and fucking ripping it to shreds.
Another one.
That 10 does already include the 2 rage damage.
Yeah, that's what sorry.
Yeah.
I was like trying to verbally separate them because radiant might mean something different here.
Yeah, okay.
Another one. Reckless.
That one hits.
And another one.
You are a damage factory.
I'll pump a fire into the last one as the fucking molten like billows up. Every little bit counts. Yeah, those are my my 2 attacks and a haste attack. Bonus action to rage. That's me.
Yeah, it is looking horrible. It is beaten, bloody, and writhing, oozing out of every horrid hole that you guys have made. The faceplate of this thing, curiously though, Xandal,
Mhm.
you feel like crunching, but it isn't what you would think, because this thing has like a sheer sort of bone plate as a face, and it like barely chips as you hit it.
Oh. So it's like catching it full on in the faceplate, and the faceplate is barely like taking any
Yeah.
damage.
However, I mean, you do see the rest of the head and the neck
Yeah.
just recede into the body.
Look, physics, but still, that's a little disconcerting. That it has chitin that can take that.
All right, Leander.
Quintus first.
Oh wait, yes, Quintus first.
All right. I am not going to test my luck and shoot at it again. Do-do. Has Xandal, have you taken any damage at all?
Nope, not yet.
Okay.
Only, I think Leander's taken the most, if I recall correctly.
Okay. All right. I will cast a 3rd level cure wounds on Leander, and then you can take a shot.
Ooh, nice. Nice dice.
Yeah, that's a huge help. Thank you. And I will fire away.
Hits.
Fuck yeah.
I believe that there's a -4. That's the first shot I've
That-
taken.
It hits.
Still hits? Okay.
And then an extra 3
There's
radiant.
no sharpshooter on that.
And, oh. Oh. Is that your thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
I can
that's
either
sick.
add a little radiant damage or give y'all some temp HP.
Oh, that's sick. Cool.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
That's cool.
So that's just 7 damage, the 4 piercing and the 3 radiant.
Fantastic. Boop. Sorry, I need to subtract. Is that all the attacks for your turn?
Yeah, that's it for my turn.
Oh wait, that's yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Now it's
That
Leander's
was
turn.
Quintus. Yeah, now it's Leander's turn. Sorry, I got that.
I'll use
Oh,
my
right.
bonus action to use my other harness divine power and get another 2nd level back though.
Didn't you use healing word?
No,
No,
use
I
cure wounds.
cure wounds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. But yeah, now I'm done.
All right, Leander.
Try and use
Haven't
my
done some
sister against
rats.
me.
That means I need to have moved.
How dare you? And I am doing all of these with sharpshooter, and I am using the super sharp bolts that I have.
Oh.
Hits. Ugh. Hits. Ugh.
Fucking feast or famine.
Famine. Sorry. Think right off the plate.
What do the sharp bolts do?
I don't know exactly, but last time I used them, they shredded something.
Oh.
The to sort of give you an idea, Leander, of what those sharp bolts do. They again like sort of butterfly out. Any 10 feet of movement after it gets hit by that, it will take 1d4
Okay,
slashing
gotcha.
damage. Yeah. Sorry, I meant 5. My bad. I'm dead.
No
All
worries.
right. Holy shit. Wow. What a goddamn barrage you put on this fool. Yeah. Leonella, or sorry, Leonella, sorry. Mariana. You're the grapple expert. Teleporting works out of grapples. Like if somebody misty stepped out of a grapple,
Oh yeah,
you can do
it's
that.
Yep.
yes, yeah.
Sure enough.
That's like why everyone takes Misty Step is to get out of grapples
Or to
easy.
get up from prone.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to just sort of discorporeate in like a black mist and reappear behind Leander and Xandal and Quintus. And it is going to go ahead and it's going to go ahead and make a attack at Xandal and an attack at Leander. Could I have wisdom saves from both of you guys?
Sorry, was one of those me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, not advantage. It did not add bless. I will use fanatical focus though to reroll. See what I get. Okay, yeah.
Ugh.
This is the fanatical focus.
Yeah. This
Oh.
thing, you feel again your just bones become tense as this thing rakes its claws through you both. Leander, you take 11 slashing damage, and Xandal, you take 13.
Okay. Is that magical slashing damage?
I don't know how to answer that.
Well, it just depends on how it cuts me, right? Because like, if it's not, it deals half. If it cuts me all the way, it means it is.
Let's just say that it is.
Okay. Yeah.
See, because it's natural weapons, but it's also not a standard
It's magic-y
thing.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
kinda.
reasonable for something like this to have like
Kinda
the
something like
Yeah.
that.
That's
If
fine. That's
something
fine.
like that was the complete opposite, yeah, it's let's count it as magical for the
That's fine.
sake of that. Then
Yeah. All good. Just need to know.
I had to decide that one real quick because
I know it's
it
a
was
weird
like
one.
it is a weird one. Yeah. Let's Mariana have a go.
you're muted.
I'm gonna jump over my friends here and body this thing again. And this time do my feature like I'm supposed to. Actually, no, I don't want that. That would fuck you guys up if I knock it prone. I'm just gonna do the thing like I was,
I
and
mean, not if they're within 5 feet of it.
Yeah, we'd be good.
is
That
that
would
the
give them
case
advantage.
with
Yeah, even with ranged attacks.
okay,
Mhm.
that's what I was worried about. My point is that I'm trying to move it out of range so it can't, so it doesn't keep hitting you guys. But um, no, I'm gonna keep doing what I've been doing. It's save. It's not. Well, I won't use Moxie for this, and just grab it.
Let's see how it can roll. It can potentially pass that. And it doesn't.
It doesn't hit, or it doesn't. I
No,
don't grapple it.
You do grapple it.
Oh, okay, great. Then I'm dragging it to over here, and I've got I've got it in a headlock with its arms pinned up.
That's impressive.
I'm
That's
very
twice.
strong.
Yeah,
You,
that's
you,
twice.
you,
Just
it's really funny because this thing now is very low for you to get the angle that you need to get it in a headlock. This thing has like
Yeah.
4 arms and is bigger than Xandal.
Yeah, I put my weight into like grabbing at it from its like at its upper torso and then just haul it to the ground basically and then am dragging it. Yeah. That's it.
Alright, Sideri. Jesus, that
I
magic missile. Holy fuck.
that was fucking awesome.
you gave me this very 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 awesome item, but that is the one time I can do that all day. So
Worth it.
oh yeah, oh yeah. I will just go ahead and only a single little tentacle will pop up. She's breathing heavy. She's tired. I'm casting Chill Touch as a cantrip.
That hits?
That is damage rolls are on fire. 6 necrotic damage.
6 necrotic damage it is.
And that's gonna be it.
Yeah, this thing is still not looking very good. It's pretty torn up at this point.
I will, yeah, step up and just like fucking swing down within like a hair's breadth of Mariana's face, just jackhammering onto its faceplate over and over again.
See those swings? Hit.
And next swing. And next swing, still reckless.
Holy shit, Mr. Consistency.
Fucking, that is bizarre. 13, 13, 13. That's fucking weird. 13, 13, 13 with completely
3
different rolls, too.
325s
That's
also with your attack roll.
that's
How do you fucking want to do this thing?
I think because Mariana's got it in like a choke and has like its head pointed like up or like sideways, potentially sideways, I am literally just jackhammering the like hammer directly into its faceplate as Mariana's like bracing on the other side of it. Basically just hammer and anvil. Just bang, bang, bang onto its faceplate over and over again as Mariana's basically holding it in place.
Yeah, you like impound its neck like almost through its shoulders, the faceplate, and like most of the white, chalky sort of looking bones around it that armor it stay intact, but the fleshy bits that go into the shoulder all the way down. You dislocate its neck so bad. You dislocate its neck so bad that it is now like part of its shoulder blades almost. Whew.
I love the idea of Mariana being able to like just to hold it in place and like take the force as it's going through.
That's what I'm here for, baby.
Yeah.
I said I could take on a truck.
Yeah, and yeah.
Very thematic. I love it with the new feat, new blessing. Whew, boy. Yeah, you successfully just fucking smash this thing's head in. That's combat. Oh.
Do you drop it, Marianne, or do you keep holding it?
I wait till it stops writhing and then it falls.
Yeah, I keep hitting it for I don't know, another like 20 seconds because I don't know what alive looks like in this fucking thing. Just keep fucking like pounding its torso over and over again.
Yeah.
I don't think this helps us figure out what it was, though, huh?
Maybe not,
Is
but
the
it
mask still there?
Yeah, I can't
Yep.
break the mask.
Yeah,
Perhaps
like
we could get
most of
this-
the like sort of exoskeleton part of it is intact.
Xandal finally stops. Like all of the sweat is steaming off of him. Like each of his like little exhalations of breath are steam.
Perhaps we see if we can identify this mask. If it can tell us anything.
Oh. Oh boy. Yeah,
I
so
I just
I don't
mean
think
you-
any of us can.
you Quintus, when you pull off this thing, it is part of its like exoskeleton
mhm.
piece, and with it rips off like a chunk of flesh, and below it, like where you would expect to be like a skull almost, it is just another sort of like blank plate of bone, but it is like swirling in these weird shapes. It almost looks like a brain, but it's like made of like little spirals.
Ew.
I have learned nothing. I'll just stick this skull plate in my bag.
Oh no!
It can have its own pocket. It'll be fine.
It can have its own pocket. That's so good. Yep, it has its own little pocket now.
Xandal is just staring down at like his forearms, and you could see that like what was that like magma fault line has just left like charred to fuck skin in the exact like patterning that it was in of his arms.
You look great, but you smell like burning hair.
It was very
And
warm for a second.
some of that mist steam stuff got in my mouth. My mouth was wide open when you took off.
I could not hit that thing.
And neither could I.
That disturbs me.
It happens. It'll be okay. We're gonna go find something you can hit.
I like look down at Siduri. You fucked it up really bad. He's got like that like manic smile.
Yeah, I figured it was. It seemed to be absorbing some of our magic, and I just Zahiria's necklace let me just let me channel a lot more than I normally would. I, at the very least, we don't have to worry about it popping up and going after Aura and the others.
Until there
Even
is
if we,
another one.
well, maybe there isn't another one. Maybe it's just that one. I'm just gonna pretend that that's a completely rational thing to say.
But next time you know how to hurt it.
Why do you think it came after? Actually, that's maybe not a helpful question. We don't know what it is. Doesn't matter, really.
Speculation is not unwarranted, I suppose.
I mean, it sort of looked like the way that Silas looked the last time I saw him. So I imagine this is one of them. He warned me that fighting those things all the time was taking its toll on them, and that's probably where that's from. Then it's probably one of them void things. But we're doing all of this to try to lock away and defeat forever. Not lock away, but defeat forever.
Well, if they're all like that, then it's just that. Well, that's not gonna be easy.
I mean, uh, it, it definitely. I don't. It took quite a bit of resources to really get that thing vulnerable. That's the word I'm looking for. Are we going to be? I mean, do we think we could do that again if we ran into one? It doesn't matter. There's just the one. That's what we're telling ourselves.
Right. Quintus heard it too.
True. I
With the
imagine it
shining thing.
doesn't. I imagine it doesn't particularly care for your magics there, Quintus.
Likely not. I was very worried, honestly, that all I was doing was making it more powerful, but worked out. I still fine, as far as continuing goes. Uh,
Then in the future, the two of you have to hurt it before we
that
hurt it.
was an extremely lucky shot. I will do my best, but my my aim's not what it used to be.
Do not discount your skills.
Yeah, it did kick ass.
You did hurt it. You and Siduri. Then we heard it after.
Thank you, but I'm just saying let's not bank on that happening every time.
Also, I don't think some of us would be chosen if we were completely useless against all of these. So we'll learn. We'll find more. We'll see what we can do.
I will try the ring next time.
Oh, right, that ring.
I was very warm for a second. It was hard to think.
We should get going.
Yeah, we shouldn't stand in the street. Maybe when we get back, we can talk to Ara. Maybe he knows something. Maybe we got something in our books. We can figure out what this thing was this definitely unique and solo creature that
that we have killed the only representation of in this entire world
Exactly.
and are only interested in knowing more for zoological purposes.
Yeah, I mean, we can just go home now. We've solved it.
Well, we still need them robot parts.
Right after that.
Do you think it is a bug?
How many legs did it have?
It had 4 arms, and like the base almost from the waist down was tentacles.
Yes, that thing had more than 6 legs. I do not believe it was a bug.
Here, let me try and find a picture so I can send it to
At
chat.
least that means it is probably not a common entity, which is good.
Quintus, does your bag come with a faceplate compartment?
I figure that pouch is for like writing utensils and
Ah,
notepads and such, but
all right,
it's a
good.
perfect
Yeah,
fit actually.
no, but that makes sense. I was going to say maybe we could reach out to the manufacturer of the bag. If they're making bags with faceplate compartments in it, they probably know what it is that was going on here. But no, it makes more sense the way you said it.
It puts it in like the little pouch that's for like uh how backpacks would have like um a little pouch for like your CD player.
How
Mm.
much of that like plating is left besides the faceplate on its body?
Like sort of as you can see, like they're like sort of like a shoulder plate part. The claws are mostly intact, and there's like a rib cage sort of thing around it.
I'm gonna roll a survival check to start cutting some of that off.
All right.
It's just occurred
I'll
to me
assist you with that.
this is indestructible material that that's just here. Well,
Yeah. So the sort of like collarbone is almost like fused to the shoulder bits, and it's very hard to separate that from itself to get those shoulder things.
yeah,
And the ribs are similar, but there's enough like sinewy parts in the hands and stuff that you can successfully get like a full hand of claws.
of course I get the arms. Fucking okay, I will write down 2 question mark claws. 2 question mark bone claws.
Anything else?
Nope. Even with Leander's help, I've more or less botched this job. I got some claws that I just like
Got hands again.
yeah, I got claws with like fucking tendons like attached to it that I sort of just like just put on each other, tie it to a rope, and like tie it around my waist.
You use the fingers on the hands like a fork with spaghetti to roll those tendons
yeah.
up.
For now, like we'll have to boil it later. I don't.
Oh man. What you call it? Yeah, you got some question mark
Bone claws.
claws. Um, yeah, and I mean, I think this is pretty left without saying, but like as you're trying to cut this open and dissect it, there are just parts that don't make sense. There are like bones in places they shouldn't be, like where you thought it wasn't a bone, it was. There are like organs that are very strange, like no intestines or anything, just like a weird masses of stuff that sometime contain that same like spirally bony material inside of it. And also, given how much you clobber the shit out of this thing, it's pretty messy in the first place. So that also makes things to a little bit more complicated to dissect as far as like getting materials and getting to places. But yeah, you emerge with your newfound trophies. Anything else for you folks?
Think back on our way to the ruins. Or the
Yeah.
manor, I guess.
So, uh, what you call it? Um, Siduri and Leander, like there is been this thing that's been like sort of like crazy in the back of your head that has been making you super anxious, and it's gone now. Like you didn't really realize the presence of it, but the absence of it is what made you realize, huh, that was really tense, huh? That's strange. Um, but yeah, you guys continue forward. Up more of an incline. It gets steeper and steeper as you go. It's around nightfall at this time. Um, when you finally reach the like actual like destination that was marked on your map. And I mean, you reason to be the place. This manor is pretty much mostly intact, although there is a very obvious like wear and tear of time and dust and ashes and things that have fallen on the roof and collected. Um, yeah, it has a sort of like palace gates almost around it, like low walls that are, high enough not to climb, but yeah, very thick. There's a sort of iron gate in front of it that has been like bent and crushed inwards. And on this gate there is a sigil, and it looks like a very simple geometric sort of like almost like a house sign that looks like a hand with like fire coming out of it, represented in like simple shapes though. Yeah. Anything before you enter the grounds?
Nope. Everybody just keep your eyes open. Said there'd be things to watch for.
All right. And so you guys approach the sort of front steps. There are two like statues in front with like a wyvern sort of like coiled in on itself, breathing fire, all in like brass that's been totally fucking tarnished by this point in time. And you walk up to the door. The structure is made of stone, and it is like sort of raised. It's on stilts. Um, and yeah, this This door is a sheer metal door, and above it is a sort of like blue crystal eye. And as you approach and are on the sort of like landing, the eye flickers and a sort of blue light is cast on all of you. And then it goes away and is silent.
Everyone okay?
I think so.
Still in one piece.
What if it just like did something crazy, like made clones of us or something that are waiting inside, huh?
That would be weird. But fighting myself,
God damn it, Max.
interesting.
Max, see, okay. Cody and Max, you both are the worst at this because I'm thinking about wrapping up session a little early right now. And that will give me time to prep for next session. That I will tell you above board is not my intention. That is not what's gonna happen. God
Hey.
damn it. You
Hey.
both fucking tempt me every time to write in something that is
Hey, this
totally
I can't take
ridiculous.
credit for this. This one was Max.
No,
I
but
I
you
just
do it
yes
too,
anded.
Cody. You're the worst at it.
I just yes
You're
anded.
the worst at it.
All I did was yes and. This
All
one
you
was
ever do
Max.
is yes and Cody.
This one was Max. I'm innocent.
I know,
game
I know.
recognizes game. I matched energies.
Like, this is a good wrap up point. I just let,
Yeah.
I just thought I'd pick at an old nerve.
You shoot your shot. I wasn't even here for that, but I know about the existential horror that was the bad basement.
Yeah, so you guys are standing in the landing. The blue-white light has sort of scanned over all of you guys,
This is
and
perfectly fine.
nothing happened.
And
And you guys are left sort of standing there, gonna probably look for a way in at some point in the future. That's the desert
Yay.
night. That's the sound it makes.
that's the sound of Craig as he's banished back to the liminal space.
Craig was never here. So I just want to tell you the picture that I sent earlier in chat.